Prior to the social media revolution, schoolyard bullies often operated in plain sight, making it easier to catch them in the act and discipline them accordingly. Now, the same taunting and threatening behavior has moved from school property into the home with the advent of cyberbullying. This type of harassment happens online and often under the radar of adult supervision, but its impact on the intended targets has the same harmful effects. Let's go to Officer Aaron White, who is with the Edina Public Schools Secondary Technology Integration Specialist, to talk about the effects of cyberbullying and what we can do to protect our children.
Thanks, Brian. Today I'm at Edina High School and I'm in the Media Center. And we're going to talk about the topic of cyberbullying. And to do that, I'm joined by Mike Walker. Mike, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Tell me your title.
I'm Secondary Technology Integration Specialist for Edina Schools, so I work with staff at Southview, Valley View, and the high school.
Okay, thank you. I have you do that because that's a that's a big title.
It is a mouthful.
And I should tell viewers that I normally do this in my police uniform, but in my role as school resource officer, you and I interact looking a little bit more like this. So I thought, in the library today, I would just stay comfortable. But this is a really important topic. And when we honestly were in school, the school day ended at 3 o'clock or so, didn't it? And that's really changed. How has that changed?
Well, just like we have kind of extended the school day by providing online resources, today's kids are able to get online and access information, play games and other things like that we didn't necessarily have access to. And it's allowed them to have interactions with the world, basically. And so that's a little bit different than our experience maybe where we were interacting just in our neighborhood.
It's a 24-hour thing now. The texting, the social networking, none of that gets shut off. So in our day, if we had a little trouble at school or a bad school day, we could kind of turn it off and go home. If a kid is dealing with bullies or harassment, that doesn't stop when the school bell rings. It comes home on the social networking and the text messaging.
Exactly, and that's something that our kids today are having to deal with. As parents, I'm a parent of 2 middle schoolers myself, and I think it's really important that we are involved and kind of understand that and kind of help them navigate those waters.
Sure. And that raises probably the big question of the day. Let's be honest, a lot of times kids nowadays are so exposed to the technology, they may be quite a bit more sophisticated than their parents. What can parents do? What do they need to know, and what can they do to better understand this technology?
Well, I think it's really important for parents to be informed, to either get on those social networks, look at the different policies. For example, Facebook's policy says that students under age 13 aren't supposed to be on, but we know that they are, sometimes with parent approval in that, and that can be problematic because developmentally they might not be ready for it. Along with being involved, kind of be the parent over shoulder a little bit and kind of check in on their kids and see what they're doing. Maybe have some discussions with your kids about screen time and how long they're online. Maybe some rules about, phones get put away in a certain spot at the end of the day at a certain point before they go to bed, or screens are available only at certain times or in common areas. Those are some of the things that can kind of help.
The school, and even in my role as the police, we can do certain things during the school day here to make sure kids are safe. You guys with some technology and with the monitoring of the systems, but that becomes the parents' role at home.
If it happens on our school network or with our equipment, or it impacts the school environment, we can kind of step in. There's some laws in place to handle that. But if it's outside of the school day, totally not on any of our systems and things like that, it's really the parents' job to kind of keep track of that.
Now maybe somebody is thinking, my kid is not dealing with this. They're not being harassed, they're not being bullied. There's another component, isn't it? Even if they're just out there using these sites, they're really creating a history.
Exactly, and we kind of call that the digital footprint. And so it's kind of important for our kids to realize that they need to be Googled well. If they put their name or their screen names and things into Google and see what comes out, they want it to be positive because employers, colleges are looking at that information, kind of checking that out. And you want to have a positive digital footprint. And so it's important for parents to kind of keep track of that. And it's also important for parents to model. If you think about after sporting events or other things, parents might get on and they're upset, and on Facebook or Twitter they might send some stuff out that if they go back and think about it, it might not be appropriate. And we want to model good digital citizenship for our students.
So if somebody watching this is saying, hey, I don't know anything about Facebook, Twitter, or anything else my kids are using, what do you suggest they do to kind of get up to speed enough so that they can be kind of a part of that conversation?
Community Ed in Edina has some social media courses that you can take. In addition, just getting on those sites, maybe creating an account to explore and kind of do a little bit of monitoring of your students is helpful. And we have some websites available. Our Go Wireless Bring Your Own Device website, which is accessed on our district page, has some resources for parents to kind of help them navigate these waters.
Well, Mike, thank you for taking some time. This is a big topic. It's technology, and some of the pitfalls are no doubt going to be a conversation we're going to have a lot in the future. So thank you for your time today.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike Walker is with Edina Public Schools, and we'll return to you, Brian.
Thank you, Aaron.